Hello, gamers, and welcome back to Confessions of a Gamer Girl podcast. I'm your host, Doomcutie, and here with me today I have our lovely panel of co-hosts. We have Ellie.
Hello, hello.
And we have Shaye.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back and welcome in everyone who is new. Here at COAGG, we are all about amplifying and empowering women in gaming, and we talk about all topics surrounding women in gaming. So if you're a woman in games or you support women in games, please stay a while, relax, enjoy.
Pull up a chair, hang out.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Okay. So lots have happened this week in our both personal and professional gaming lives. Shaye, tell everyone, what have you been up to?
Oh yeah, go on the spot. Nice. Well, I'm getting ready to get back into my masters.
That's so really exciting.
So like I'm doing it for a couple of years. I've got my last year coming up, and it's a master's in games. So the master's is a design one, but it's focused on games and VR and that kind of thing. That's actually my study area. So for my previous degree, I published a paper on the principles of immersion for VR, and I've continued it this time. So oh boy, I can't wait to write copious amounts and not sleep anymore. It's going to be so good.
That's so insane. Honestly, I wouldn't even thought that like education and gaming could be combined. I think this modern age, I mean, obviously however many years ago, when I was looking at transition to university, I wasn't even really looking at games, to be honest, because I just didn't think that it was really like a thing, especially not for Australians, to be fair. And to hear that you work in gaming and education, but now doing masters with the combined is like, it's so crazy. It's really cool.
It's definitely like, just like you said, honestly. So obviously, working at like a higher education level, I talk to parents and students and things. I get so many parents coming in going, so do you just like teach them how to play games? Like, I wish. Oh God, I wish. We're good. Alas, no. So yeah, like it's definitely been a journey to get here. It is obviously very male dominated in the games area, and then in the academic area, also incredibly male dominated. So it's very difficult to even have people recognize that you are the lecturer. And it's not always been easy, but I'm really happy to have positioned myself here, and it's led to meeting some really other amazing women in my industry, both entertainment and dev-wise and education-wise, that I might not have been aware of otherwise.
I think it's a really important, like you were saying, a very important position and an important role, because you're obviously going to be a role model for a lot of people as well. And it is a male dominated industry, but obviously that's definitely changing because, don't quote me on the stats, but wasn't it something like 52 or 53% of women across Australia game or something with the stats came out like a few months ago now. So
IGA is I think it was 48% of women game.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that stat.
So it's so important to have women at the forefront of that, to show that you can get out there. And it's also just as important to show men that women are out here making waves in gaming, because obviously it's really easy to think that, I see a lot of men in my area, in my industry, and it's quite male dominated. And then you see a woman come up. It's just as important for those people to be like, heck yeah, we have a female representing. That's awesome. So it's not just for women, as a lot of people might think. It's also for men that are already in the industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shaye, I've got a little bit of a spicy question. Because obviously, when people think of not only lecturers and higher academics, but also people who have, quite a lot of knowledge within the games education sector. Do you feel like your position is either not taken seriously or fetishized? Fetishized? Yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, I've come across both of those, and it's incredibly frustrating. So, you get a variety. So you'll get gatekept. Please don't think this just happens when you just like gaming for the fun of it. It happens when you're a professional too. Because if you can't tell me more about every single game ever than I know, how can you possibly be my lecturer? But you'll notice the male lecturers are absolutely not in any way, shape, or form ask any of those questions. It is incredibly frustrating.
20, 30 years. That's their game.
And it's incredibly frustrating. I've had instances where, because I appear quite young, and it's only gotten better because I'm actually starting to show age, but I've always appeared younger than I am. So younger looking than I am, female. There's definitely some interesting issues there. Luckily, I have quite a strong personality. And my students like that figure out very quickly that it's not going to fly. And not only am I not going to let it go, but I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to unpack why it is you think of people that way. Because I don't know about you, but I'm a kid who picked up Pokemon and I loved it. And at the time, my gender wasn't a thought. So I will not let anybody have that ignorance in my classroom, especially because it then affects their classmates. And am I really helpful at all if I'm not sticking up for the other people in the class as well? So hard to climb. But no, I've had a variety of issues regarding regarding my gender and my age and that kind of thing. I've actually had someone shut me out of a staff room. So not just from students, but from other staff. I had a staff member walk ahead of me and I was following them into the staff room, as you do. So they purposely turned and shut the door in my face, and there was a window beside the door, and they looked out of it as if to say, students aren't allowed in here. So I maintained eye contact, pulled out my tap card, tapped into the staff room, walked in, smiled at them, and then went to my desk because I do work here and you can, yes.
Yeah, leak your skincare routine because clearly it's working. Your pass, man.
That is insane.
It can be very frustrating at the time, and I'm glad that I can laugh about it now, but genuinely, when you've got a student that comes in and calls you some variation of girl, it's like, I'm your lecturer. I'm going to need you to stop that right this instant. Or people coming in, I'm standing up there in front of the podium. My slideshow with my name and everything is up the front, getting ready to begin class. And I hear, "Are you the lecturer?" Nah, man, I'm just standing up here for fun. I thought I'd warm the podium for the coming lecturer. I'm sorry. What do you want?
I just get the coffees. What do you mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I must point out that it doesn't matter how professionally I dress. Obviously, I come on here and I dress in my fun Bulbasaurs, or my stream, I'm in really colorful stuff, or just black. I do dress like an adult at work.
Got that power suit going on.
Oh, I wish. That's so fantastic. But no, just it doesn't help. So it definitely the biggest way that I found to alleviate these issues is to have a really good relationship with the students I have, and that way when new students come in, they understand that kind of thing's not going to fly immediately. It sets a tone. It's no, we respect everybody who comes into this space, age, gender, irrelevant. It doesn't matter as long as quality content and teaching is happening. Is there actually a problem?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's honestly there's so many more stories, but I'm sure they'll come up as we chat more.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Shaye. I know some of that stuff can be uncomfortable, especially, we both work in education, and we obviously have a lot of confidentiality that needs to be maintained. But at the same time, giving some insights to our everyday and the things that we worked really hard for, and then obviously combining that with our passions and maintaining not only the credibility in that area, but also it can really be a hit to the self-esteem when taken seriously in anything that you do. So well done to you, Shaye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ellie, how has your week been, doll? What have you been up
Gosh,
to?
well, mine isn't as spicy or as delved in as Shay's. I haven't. Ooh, now I'm on the spot. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. It's been a week. It's been a week, but I mean, we're only half over. There's a bunch left to go, but all I'm saying is I'm still continuing Lara Croft, OG.
Oh,
For anyone not
Mhm.
listening last week, I'm currently playing the remakes, the OG, and I've just rage given up by this point. I'm
really looking up and not moving backward affecting you that much?
I would put it this way. So I'm playing the second one at the moment because I played a whole chunk of the first one and it didn't save. So I refuse to go back and play that again. So I'm playing the second one now.
No.
Oh,
And
no,
the second one, yeah, it kind of dumps you in this cave and you have to destroy a tiger. Then you have to leap up on a couple of these big old cliffs or rocks or whatever. And my issue there is her first jump is a bit to her right. So not only do you have to take the L, so you have to get her facing the right way, but you have to leap sort of on a diagonal. And from our chats last week, my Lara Croft, my OG Bessie, she doesn't go diagonal. So it's a big struggle because, and especially with the camera, obviously always forward is always forward, sides is always sides. So it doesn't matter where the camera's facing, obviously not like modern today games. Whatever the joystick's going, that's where she's going. So your camera can be facing her and it is still, you got to press forward to go forward. And so when you're landlocked, so you're stuck next to a wall, the camera can't even sit to be up her back. Like it literally just straight on does not view her from the back. And so my brain has to do like math and angles. And I think I was trying to
visualizing.
Get her to do, yep, I was trying to get her to do this leap for 2 days. Not even kidding, everyone, 2 days. Wasn't working. Finally got her over it. Finally. She fell off several times. And then not only that, it's becoming a whole thing where I'm like, if I can't even get past the first jump, who am I as a gamer? So I've been having a bit of an existential crisis, but that's just me.
No, but look, Ellie, we did talk about this last week as well. We went quite in depth. If you missed last week's episode, please do check it out. We were talking about how going back to play these games, like that nostalgia, like it was actually really difficult to play. And now that we're used to so many like quality of life features to games, like actual working cameras,
we've been spoiled.
we have been. The new tech has created so many lovely things that make playing games a lot more enjoyable. So well done to you for demonstrating resilience and tenacity.
Yeah. And I want to play it because I think it's a bit of fun, like I said last week, but where do you draw the line at fun and frustration? And so it's definitely been a battle of wits. And then I find myself switching over to Fortnite when I just need to get my frustrations out on a bunch of pixel people, a couple of snipes, and I feel a lot better.
Look, it depends how much of a masochist you are, Ellie. Just saying. Some people might enjoy that.
Not confirming or denying.
And my week, well, I accidentally went to the wrestling.
Did you just arrive and you're like, well, whoops, we're here now?
Miss Ripley.
Oh.
Did you bring her home in your suitcase?
Oh, I don't know. I think she'd be carrying me at that point. No, I was very graciously invited to hang out with some of the media people at 2K. There, got a little selfie, very cute. Yeah, and they were all going to the wrestling. So yeah. I didn't realize it was such a big thing, but I was able to get my hands on the WWE 2024 2K game, and look, same. Just different wrestlers, different rankings, that kind of thing. And there is like one other addition to the game. It's like in the career mode and the mode where you like, you know, start drama with people. Like, what are they called? Rivals. You can like pick a person. You can be like have like a vendetta against them. It's very, very performative. But you know what? It got me thinking. Like, Rhea Ripley she's not only mommy. You know, that's her. That's her slogan. She's not only that, but like she represents like so many women in the WWE that have, you know, I mean, women have been in the WWE since the 50s. And then if we translate that to the video game, she's on the cover of the game. Like that hasn't, like there's 2 women on the cover of the game. That hasn't happened ever in the history of any WWE video game. So like, I think that's amazing and really, really cool. And she's so down to earth and chill. Like, honestly, she's got I've accidentally stumbled upon thirst traps of her. And
that's been on my TikTok for ages, and I am not complaining. Mummy? Sorry. Mummy?
Mummy? Sorry? Mummy? I mean, hi. Anyway, she's got a lot of fans, and yeah. Look, the sporting games, you know, are not perfect. But you know, Rhea Ripley is. Just saying.
I think there's a particular market though for sporting games, and I've met a few blokes that are like, "Oh, I'm a gamer," and then they specifically just play sport games, and it's a particular demographic that absolutely devour these sorts of sport games. Like, there's a cricket sport game. Like, each to their own. I'm not going to yuck someone's yum, but fascinating. That's all I got to say. Yeah. Fascinating. And you could almost be categorized by just a person that absolutely just adores sport. If you're like, you know what, I play in person on a Sunday and I'm going to boot it up on a Tuesday night just to relax on my Xbox with it. Like, it's a whole thing.
Help you figure out like field strategies, right? So you're not actually there playing it. You've got the time to put that additional mental power toward actually coming up with strategies. Like, that's probably not why they're playing it, but
you are the coach.
Oh, look, and I think, you know, it's like just a step up from fantasy football, you know? And yeah, like we look at games like FIFA, that huge, absolutely huge. And even like 2K NBA, huge.
Yeah.
And I do want to shout out the lovely team that's over NBL Oz Gaming. They're over in America at the moment, in Washington, training for a season. We have an Australian team. Like, this is like this is like people. I don't know if people actually like follow this. I think probably because it's quite rare that actual people living in Australia get to actually be part of these teams, and simply because of our ping is awful. And you know, when you're competing, because there is the actual competitive leagues that they do have in the games, and from there you can get noticed and get put on these esports teams. So
that's pretty cool.
For thought. I mean, I had no idea like this was a massive thing, and people, you know, make careers out of this. So, and this is not your like your normal Call of Duty tournaments. This is like it's like the real sports games, but like in the video game. So yeah, there's a couple of people in the chat who are like, "Oh my goodness, I caught this live." Yes, because we've changed times, and I don't think we have that much competition at this time with the particular podcast that you guys follow. So welcome in. Love having you here. Whew.
I actually thought we hadn't gotten any chatters because I had it on the wrong chat. So I mean, I'm really glad to know people come hang out.
Whoopsie.
Day.
Oh, that's okay. It's only your second day, so
Oh, right, yeah, of the podcast, of course. I was like, no, I've definitely been
Oh.
alive a lot of days. No, I can confirm.
Your second day of life. She's a
Oh.
baby.
I have come out as a very well-formed baby, I must say. I'm quite tall for a newborn, I think. I've never gotten to say I'm tall before, so that's really nice. You gotta look at the positives here.
Locked out of staff rooms, so
it is true. Maybe that's why I still have like the baby face and the cute like cheeks. They were jealous. I think so.
little soft skin.
I know. I got to wear a nappy. They didn't. Like realistically, it's I was winning.
Ladies, we're all very youthful, and you know what? I'm older than all of you, so you can all just be quiet, okay? I think you're an average size for a baby. Look, we'll see. When we eventually meet in person at DreamHack. Hello.
I know. I'm so excited.
And Shaye, you're also going to Game Expo?
I got accepted as one of the partners for content creator thingy for the partner program or whatever. Unfortunately, I can't go though, and I'm so upset. Like I want to go, but it's so expensive, and it's on the same weekend as one of the major
Formula One.
Yeah, Brum Brums. And that has skyrocketed everything.
Yeah.
Yes, that is an issue. Unfortunately, I'm unable to cover the Games Expo, even though I went last year, but I didn't go to DreamHack. So if I was to go to both, that would be me, just a cool $4,000, for 2 weekends in Melbourne. So incredibly expensive. But yes, obviously we feel very fortunate to be invited to these events, and we love meeting everyone. So the place that you'll see COAGG all together next will be DreamHack. So keep a lookout for that. Oh, Ellie's in the chat. Hello, Ellie. Yay. Okay, moving on. Our topics of the week, ladies. Who went first last week? I think Shaye did.
I did. I came and I took down the mood. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
it was my first podcast, and I was like, you know what? Let's just hit the entire chat with the loss of 16,000 jobs. That'll be great.
I mean, it's still going though with PlayStation.
Yes. Yes, PlayStation today have removed game developers from Naughty Dog, from
how dare they?
Insomniac Games.
Yeah.
Even though they have reported they're up in their sales of consoles compared to what they thought. So it kind of doesn't make sense.
Never does, really, does it?
Not really. No, I think it's definitely like we can get the same amount of work out of fewer people, and it's going to be either they do or they burn people out in the process. It's not a win for anybody, I don't think.
No, definitely not. But yes, we did talk a lot about that last week. But Ellie, what have you got for us?
Yeah, I mean, mine's a bit of a fun little tidbit that I came across at the supermarkets today.
At the supermarket?
She's not being serious. We all know and love Arnott's shapes, don't we? Raise your hand if you're a lover, because I'm a lover. I'll start by saying that cheddar is the best flavor. So no haters in the chat, please. Cheddar is the best flavor.
If you're in the chat, write your favorite shapes. Okay,
write it down now. Second, cheddar's the fave. But actually, I saw that they're doing a bit of a fun promo, and they're doing like a giveaway at the moment for an Xbox Series X, which is amazing and a fantastic excuse to buy several boxes of shapes. But they're also doing 30,000 instant Game Pass prizes. So I just wanted to let everybody know, because if you're Aussie and you love shapes and you keep your receipt, that's the main thing. You have to buy it and like keep your receipt. You can be in the running to win some amazing prizes, because I had like a second part of that of like, has anyone really won anything in general? It doesn't have to be gaming related, but won something from like a packet of those things, because my background of that is the fact that I
Hold
feel
on, I'm
like
showing the
there's
chat.
Oh my god, that is amazing. Okay, you've actually won me
Right?
over. The green with the bickies.
Right?
Yes, I need it. What the
I
hell?
we've got a few Americans
is
who are like,
cute.
what are shapes?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Come on.
That's what it is.
Honestly, I have been looking, no joke, for a few years for someone that wants to do like a snack exchange, because I have so many Aussie snacks that I would love to send abroad and receive, but nobody else has been game to send me their snacks. So hopefully one day I'll find a snack pen pal. But yes,
Yeah,
in
no,
regards
Ellie,
to winning,
I wonder that too, because I've
Mhm.
entered so many competitions to win, like, fancy Xbox controllers, like limited edition ones. There was a Grogu one which I loved, and there was another one that was like, I think Ferrari did a wrap for their anniversary. For the Xbox.
Would your Xbox then go faster, or is that not how that works? I would hope so.
I mean,
of course.
I would like it to. They actually had what was it? I think it was the Xbox One. They had a special edition one of that, which was Forza Motorsport themed, and it was navy blue. And when you press the on button, it made a engine revving sound.
Stop it.
Yes. Okay, we have got a couple of people in the chat who have actually won things. So Rico AE89, yep, I won a Wii U back in the day, and they sent it wrong address. Not sure if I just saw it there.
No,
I
the
would have
Wii
been
is iconic.
heartbroken. I would have cried.
Absolutely iconic. Oh yeah, no, totally. So most recently, it's actually funny because it's to do with shapes as well. I enter so many competitions. Let me just preface this, because I enter so many competitions, and the last couple gaming related ones that I've won, because I just get obsessed with competitions. If we're going further back, Doritos ran this really weird promo that if you went and found the Doritos, I don't know how to explain it other than you find the Doritos. You download their app. It's kind of like Pokemon Go. You look at the app through your camera, and if you see Doritos, you catch them.
It's AR. Okay.
That's amazing.
Augmented reality.
I don't want to admit how far I drove around my state, not just towns, state, to try and find these Doritos. But you know what? I ended up winning Demon Souls gaming. The game. I also ended up winning a full background for my PlayStation, to the point where every time you selected an app, it made a crunch sound that you were crunching a Dorito. So I was devastated when I bought my PlayStation 5 that I had to get rid of it. Devastated. And finally, my most recent in the last few months is I entered a competition for Shapes to win their controller shaped biscuit. I'm not sure if you both saw that promo that they were running. And I won. And I gave a couple of them to my friend to encase in resin, because they were just so cool. It took me ages to eat them because I didn't want to eat the controller shaped barbecue shapes. But anyway, that's how nerdy I was, that I just had to enter all these little fun gaming competitions.
I think you're going to have to start telling me about these, because I'm missing them too much, and I can't have that. I need to be able to throw...
I'll link you in.
I need to be able to throw funny little chips at my students and be like, guys, it's okay because they're controllers. They'd go for it. They'd absolutely go for it.
It is on the curriculum. Yeah.
Yes.
No, totally.
But do you know what grinds my gears though? People that win those, competitions with very limited edition consoles or controllers or whatever it might be, they're like immediately on eBay. Yeah. And I'm like, that gives me the ick, honestly.
Yeah. It totally is sad. Like, I get it that they're going to be worth like a pretty penny, and I get the need for cash and whatnot, but also to know that it goes to someone that honestly would love it, either in their collection, or maybe they don't even have a console and they just they cry over it. Like, that sort of thing is so wholesome, but I guess it's up to fate and it can't really be helped. But I agree. I get really sad that when they just sell it and it's like, oh, now you've probably price gouged it. And
oh, that's just the way that it is, I suppose. Not much we can do about it.
I really love in the chat, Miss Ragnarok said, I want a Final Fantasy XIV custom, I'm bad at Roman numerals, PC last year from Allied, and I cried. Dude, yes, I would cry too. Like, oh my goodness.
See, there we go. We've got a happy cry story between me and Miss Ragnarok. Well, we've got it going on with gaming wins. I love that.
There was there was an Emerald Dream themed PC Allied as well, and you had to like name it. And this thing, it was so beautiful. It was like it had like all these like vines and like fake moss, and it was like blue and green. It was just so beautiful. I didn't win. There was also I can't remember who did it. I think it was Aftershock, and they had like a Diablo 4 console, PC, and it had water cooling, and the water cooling stuff was red like blood.
Ooh, that would look good.
I love that sort of things. I always love those limited edition things. My friend had a Uncharted limited edition PlayStation 3, and I used to always love that. And he's a bit of a collector himself, so he's like, I loved it for what it was, but sometimes you want like a bit of a change, or you want like the original. But he's always kind of cherished that, and I always used to look at him like, that's so cool. And now with the influx of gaming Instagram, where you can see everyone's gaming room and multiple people have multiple different versions of the same console. It is so cool to see how many limited edition consoles that there is that I never even knew about. And I was like, dang, should I be buying more than one console? I need to jump on this.
Probably one sought after console that I would just absolutely love is, and everyone knows I'm an Xbox girly, okay? But the pink PlayStation 2 Slim.
I have not seen that, but that sounds right up my alley.
That wasn't a competition. That was actually a release. And also any of the translucent Xboxes, the original ones, mint.
Takes me back to like the translucent Game Boys. Oh my goodness.
The era.
So I've kept all my consoles that I've ever bought. So I have all of my Nintendo DSs, because obviously I might kind of like Pokemon a little bit. I don't want to give that away or anything. So I have all my different DSs from all the different generations, but I need to go back and collect the Game Boys. Okay, that needs to be on my shelf somewhere.
Okay, people in the chat are telling me that they have the PS2 Pink Slim, and I'm going to need you to DM me your addresses.
Yeah.
Just for general knowledge,
And what time you'll be out of the house for no particular reason.
Or better yet, let us know how many of you would just like to donate those. I'm just saying, we are very happy to receive gifts. Got you. Don't
Let's
worry
make a
about it.
PO box. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Kitty, why have we not got a PO box?
Maybe get snackies.
Maybe because we live in different states, girls.
Well, then I guess we're going to have to get 3. I'm sorry.
No, we're not here to receive gifts, but we all have several links, so this has gone to a weird place. Competitions, I like them. I saw someone today actually on the Xbox ANZ Twitter. They actually gave them a code for the Xbox design lab, controller design lab. They were like, post your design with like the latest, because they've got these like vapor front faceplates that you can put on now. And they were like, design one, post it, and we'll rate it. And then and then their team was just like, we have to make this happen. DM us. He got the code. You want it. So sometimes the competitions are not necessarily, these big events. Sometimes it's just,
low key.
I love that. I mean, Shaye and I have the same address, so technically that means Shaye also has a big PS2.
I want to clarify. I've never seen this. All right, I don't know where this is, but I'm proof.
Whip it out, like come on.
Can he hand it to you right now? Because if he can't, he doesn't love it enough.
Didn't happen.
Well,
if he could, he would.
Yeah, Rico. I don't care if it's a garage. You're gonna have to,
It's in the
scoot people down
it's
there.
in the garage.
The garage is well protected. It's not like a shed. It's like a garage, like a proper.
Oh no, that deserves to be seen. That is.
Well, I didn't know we had one, so I haven't seen it.
Oh, for shame, Rico. For shame.
Oh, that's like last season when we were talking to One Up Emily and her beautiful collection about storing and keeping our artifacts, because I have a whole shelf of all my old consoles next to their games and their controller, but then I also have a few things like in storage, and and I remember saying, if someone, not me, but someone by extension didn't store their things correctly, how can one restore them when they undust them from the packet? And
definitely asking for a friend. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, I think we all just have to set a general reminder out there to everyone. If you've got consoles or handhelds or gaming items in storage under things getting compacted, maybe get them out, look after them, because that thing might be even more glorious in 20 years if we look after it. So maybe just a note for everyone to look after your stuff.
Just casually.
And also another important tip from that episode was remove the batteries from all those, even if they are like in a display case or something, take the batteries out. They can leak over time.
All that lithium. Yep.
Yeah. And I think also mentioned about the RCD TVs, is that what they're called? The fatback ones. She said the remotes for those are notorious for having the batteries leak, and then once you don't have the remote, you basically can't use the television. So yeah, for any of the collectors in the chat. And something recently from my own experience, I've had a few people actually be robbed from their garages of items that have been stored. So, and people who do that, they know what they're looking for. And so if anyone out there does have items that are potentially valuable, that have, exceedingly increased in value, definitely make sure that they are kept in a far more secure storage. Even people's storage units have been broken into. So look after your stuff and don't hide it in boxes. Come on, especially the pink things.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how have I missed a bright pink PlayStation in my house? Like, how? But no, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Dolphin Pants in the chat. Honestly, buy a safe.
But then I can't see my cool consoles.
I think it's more for the little incidental things. Like I know the original, I think you have this, Ellie, the original Zelda Nintendo 64 game that goes for quite a high price now. And just little things like that. But I would definitely be creating like a whole shrine to pink gaming if I could.
Well, kind of just like what we were saying, right? That gaming wasn't really targeted towards girls and women for many, many years. Dare I say decades? So the fact that they brought out pink items is pretty outstanding, considering the same time this sort of thing was going on. It was very much pink is for girls, blue is for boys, which we know that is not really a thing anymore. So the fact that they released that sort of thing, it's pretty cool. It is. It's a part of history.
Yes, definitely. I did have a thought for a second there. Oh, I actually read an article through LinkedIn, and it was someone, I think they were completing like a thesis or something like that on women in gaming and how it's been marketed to them over the years. And I have a question for you both. I don't know, you might be too young. Maybe.
Less.
Maybe.
You'd be surprised.
Okay. Did you ever collect like Total Girl magazine or Dolly magazine or Girlfriend magazine or any of those?
I still have a collection of Dolly. I have a whole milk carton, and that was only 1/8 of my whole collection.
Oh, milk crate.
Still have them. Like a big old milk crate. I have I kept like a whole bunch because my mum would make me recycle the other ones, and I was definitely a total girl. I was definitely a dolly and girlfriend if they didn't have any new dolly, because we know dolly's elite. Loved all that stuff.
Okay, so we're all obviously gamers now.
Mm.
What if I told you that magazines had an element of gamification in them?
Do go on.
So the gamification within magazines were kind of like those quizzes that are like, which I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
are you a punk rock girl? Are you a
Preppy girl?
A preppy,
Mhm.
yeah, like those and it was like yes or no, and those kinds
Yes.
of
Live
quizzes.
for them.
Those are games. Like I'm telling you, those are
Okay.
games. And they were
Mhm.
all, I loved doing them. And then we can go on and we can even say, okay, so any of the crosswords, any of the finder words, any of the who's this celebrity, like rearranging puzzles, that is all gaming.
I remember those like getting passed around as well. Like I didn't have the opportunity to collect those magazines. Like I was around when they were super popular, but I couldn't grab them. But I remember going over to like a friend's house and she'd whip this one out and be like, "You do it." And I'm like, "All right, I got this. Let's go." And you go through and you follow it and stuff. And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then you just compare answers, and it was just really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm trying to find an image for everyone of what they actually looked like. And I suppose it was similar to obviously the Dolly Doctor section was, or the sealed section was, probably the most for others, the most memorable. But I thought it was a really good point at like girls do enjoy gaming even if they don't play on a PC or a console.
Totally.
I think we all have. Someone in the chat has said, so my mum is a hardcore gamer because she loves a good Sudoku.
Hey, they get
Sudoku is
complicated.
king.
Like, honestly, great on a flight, but also if I can't figure it out, it is in my head until I do. So
Yeah.
yes.
I've got it beside my bed to finish it. Like that's how determined I get.
Well, and that's the same with Wordle.
Yeah.
Yes,
and that
Wordle.
and by extension, the latest game, Gubbins. Like,
live for Gubbins. Oh my gosh, Gubbins is so good. And you can use naughty words on it. And what better is a word game when you can use naughty words?
I wonder, what was your latest one? Let's see what it was.
I didn't know this was a thing. I'm going to have to join you now.
Oh, I live for Gubbins. And actually, you know what? I'm going to bring a Dolly Doctor quiz next podcast.
Oh, you should.
I've just contacted my mum and she's going to hand over all of my collection.
Oh my God.
I'm going to
Mum, hand over the hostages.
I'm like, give it to me, girlfriend. We're gonna do a quiz next pod, so tune in next Wednesday because we're gonna have some fun.
I cannot wait. I'm just gonna post Ellie's latest. Oh no,
I
it's
have
here.
a potty mouth. Let me just preface that. I have a
potty
potty mouth.
Look,
potty thumbs.
Potty thumbs. Wow. You
that
heard that
gave me such a terrible image. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Bitches by Cray? B Cray?
Well, it's meant to be B, and because they're single words too. You've got the bit and the ch and the es, like they are separate words as well. So I just created, bitches be cray. And Gubbins is so much fun. And I believe that they're a Melbourne small devs.
Yes, they are.
Like I believe they're Melbourne based. So we really wanted to highlight them by giving them a go. And addiction is
it's also free to download. So,
yes. Free to play once a day. If you want to play more than that, then you pay.
Yeah. But it's not, I think it's like $7 and you can have unlimited plays forever.
Average mobile gaming is very, very cheap. It's very, very affordable, isn't it?
I find that like if you find yourself just loving a game on mobile and it's a once-off payment, it's worth it. It's like just
Agreed.
buying a game off Steam or something like that. And especially if you're getting that fun from it and it's not, 500,000 tiny in-app transactions, it can really, really be worth it. And you get some really good game content. And I'm not saying that I just dropped my phone installing Gubbins, but like, there could have been a crash. So it's possible.
Totally.
Yeah, no. Fantastic. I'm actually endeavoring to have one of the devs on our podcast. So
That'd be awesome.
that would be absolutely incredible if we could have her on one day. Jessica Shippard will grace our presence. She's the co-founder and designer of Gubbins. So if you're out there, this is your formal invitation, even though it wasn't in DMs. Oh, definitely. All right. Shaye, what is your topic for us today?
I have to try not to get too excited about this, okay? Because I've been waiting for this for too long. Okay? Don't at me. All right? I don't want to hear anything about Cozy. Stardew Valley Update 1.6 is coming out. They announced it. They finally announced it's coming out on the 19th of March. Okay? So this is fantastic.
Very
You might be
soon.
thinking, they might be thinking, okay, cool, it's an update, Shaye. Like, games get updates all the time. Why does that matter? Because Concerned Ape, the dev for Stardew Valley, is renowned for saying it's an update, and it might as well be a bloody expansion. Okay?
Oh, wow.
This man has
So
no
we're a
chill.
generous game dev. Okay.
Oh, incredibly. This game turned, 8 today. 27th?
8?
Yesterday. Yes, 8 years old. Stardew Valley
Is that how long Stardew is?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he is still bringing out major updates, which he strives to ensure equally distributed across all platforms, so nobody has to miss out. Nobody has to be forced into a platform that they may not enjoy gaming on. And I love that level of inclusivity because not everybody can afford a massive PC. So you've got mobile. Some people prefer console. You've got console. Like, it is just amazing, and I love it. Now, this particular update is going to bring a completely new starting map. Multiplayer has been expanded to 8. So that I'm getting that on my stream. There's going to be 8 of us, and it's going to be absolute chaos. Okay,
wow.
It is going to be hectic, and I cannot wait. It's a new festival, new entire seasonal clothing and everything like that for all of the NPCs. Now, could you imagine any other game that's 8 years old going, "Oh, I've realized my NPCs don't have clothing for winter. I should fix that. It's ruining immersion." No, it's not done. After 8 years, games are usually very dead in the eyes of their devs.
Elderly.
Yeah. So and the reason he's
graveyard.
done this too is because he's actually developing another game called it's like Chocolatier Factory, and it's similar to Stardew Valley in that it's it's still management, still like city based and stuff like that. But he's learnt so much doing that he wants to apply it to an existing game already. He feels that there's ways that his existing game can be improved, and he wants to bring that to his players. So he's so dedicated to the player base and ensuring that the product that he puts out is of high quality that he's going back and still updating it. And that comes with a just amazing amount of news that he's doing a world tour, a cookbook has come out. I don't know if you guys saw it, but a board game came out for Stardew Valley as well pretty recently.
Oh, wow.
And all of this is overseen by the dev. He ensures that the quality is to the standard, that all the lore is correct, all that kind of thing. And I just love it. I love the amount of attention to detail and dedication to the player base that this particular dev has.
That's definitely keeping it under his little wing as well. That's kind of like, y'all think I'm done with this? And he just drops you some breadcrumbs. That's gorgeous. Because how long have you been playing the game for?
Oh, goodness. I only have about 500 hours. It's okay.
Well,
it's not a problem.
I mean, you can laugh at that, but it is quite small for a game that you can continuously chip away at. Because to be fair, I mean, I have only heard about Stardew Valley since last year. So
really?
As we've established, I'm not a cozy gamer, so it's not really in my stratosphere. But I've heard about the hype behind it since last year. So you saying 8 years, I'm like, what? What the heck?
Yep.
But then on top of that, like hearing that this game developer puts such love and attention behind a game, because obviously they know that there's so many fans out there, it's just really, it's bringing games back to the fans. It's to the fans and for the fans. And I think that obviously at the end of the day, gaming is a business and they have to make something that we like, because otherwise we're not going to buy it. But those sorts of things, it's like you could easily sit there and be like, you've got a perfectly functioning game. I don't really need to touch it for people to continue to love it and continue to join me in playing it. But for them to turn around and be like, you know what, y'all are getting a winter clothing is just so beautiful. And it makes it warms my heart for the gaming world.
And to make it even better, so Concerned Ape is actually really there for the modding community. He loves it when people mod the game. So he's doing new updates as well so that modders actually have an easier time implementing what they've created. So not only is he paying attention to his player base, but he's actually assisting people to become interested and passionate in game development, because mods is where it starts for so many people. You see a game that you love and you're like, oh, I just wish it did this like one little thing, or I wish it had these clothing options or something. And well, that probably sounds really trivial. The amount of work that goes into making that happen and then implementing it into an established game that you did not help develop, that you don't have the back-end knowledge for, and having it work, that's amazing. That's fantastic. It's such a great place for people to start.
It truly is. And I think the story behind the development of the game really captured gamers in the beginning and really did develop that really genuine following, because, you know, when it first came out, Eric Barone was the only person who made that game.
Was.
Yeah,
he had to learn so much.
So, you know, being a solo dev, for starters, 8 years ago, also, you know, continuing it for that time, obviously collaborating, bringing other people on board when necessary. I think it's really, really amazing. And, you know, I think the community's excited about it. There were lots of people in the chat that, you know, really excited for this update. So we'll definitely be looking forward to seeing that on your stream, Shaye.
Oh, I'm too excited. And I know that it sounds like cozy gaming, but I promise you there's enough chaos. There's nothing cozy about it. It's oh goodness. I've got people stealing each other's chairs and trapping others inside their houses. I've got people trapping each other inside of the mines where you've got to fight enemies so you don't die. Like,
I'm here for that. It sounds like Sims level chaos. So I'm here for that.
It's hilarious.
Putting them in the
Cozy
pool,
chaos.
moving the ladder level.
You know, honestly, I wouldn't put it past people if there was pools or ladders in this game. Gone immediately.
Wow. Wait, so you're saying you can play, did you say 8 players or 6
Yeah,
players?
yep. So right now it's 4 players, and when the update comes out, it'll be 8. So in the past, I've actually gotten a mod that allowed me to have up to 36 players. I got 13 on, and I promise you it was a mess. So the fact that the game now supports 8 and is bringing out a farm that will accommodate that many people, it's going to be huge.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
you have to all be on the same screen though, right?
No.
One person can't go to town, can they? And like the other person. Yeah. Really?
Yeah. It's not. Don't think like PS2 era where you're tethered and there's that whole fun motion sickness because you get whipped over. No.
Okay.
You are completely separate. You're on your own PCs, your own consoles, whatever, and you just toddle off and do whatever you like.
Amazing.
Yeah. If someone wants to go fishing at the beach, well, somebody else fights some monsters in a mine. Well, somebody else goes and harasses one of the NPCs. You know, it's a good time.
I love that.
Yeah, and then somebody else is back at base stealing everyone's chairs. As a non-specific.
No chairs here.
You go into one house and they're all stacked. And you're like, why?
Oh my goodness. Well, love that. Absolutely stunning. Love to see that for the community. So well done. Well done, team at Stardew. Love that. You guys, it's been an incredible episode. I've had a very hectic week. So, you know, coming back and, you know, having you guys ground me is really quintessential to my week. So, so thank you for being here with me in this in the clouds. In the clouds. Ellie, what will you be up to this week? Will people see you on stream or?
Yeah. So I'm hoping to jump back onto stream. My days have just been jumbled a little bit now that the pod's back, but I'm going to be jumping onto Twitch, and we're going to continue The Last of Us Part 2, which we've been playing through for a couple of weeks, months, now. So that is Twerking Queen over on Twitch. But I am going to continue a little bit of a side mission that I've got going on that don't get me started, but a little nutshell is just I've been trying to find a game that I used to play on floppy disk back in the day. If you don't know what a floppy disk is, you disgusting.
Is that a save button icon?
Oh my God.
Printed.
So many people don't know that it was a thing. It was I promise. We had they were dumb little dudes, and we had them, and they existed.
Yeah, they existed.
Oh my God.
Well, I used to play a game on it, and I can still to this day I have no idea what it is or what I had, and I've been really trying to internet sleuth my way to finding a solution. So I think I'm going to continue that.
What have you got? What's the info you've
So
got?
all
We
I
can
can
help.
remember is that it was a lot of slime. I'm pretty sure it was a side scroller. A lot of slime. You have to escape the slime, and it'd be a little man that you'd go up like ladders on the side of the screen and jump on houses.
Oh,
I used to play that religiously when I was like an infant. I used to love it, and I cannot find it on the internet anywhere.
I have. Yeah. Is it? Okay, I think we played the same game. Okay. And now it's going to bug me until I find out. So thank you for that.
If you nail this, I will sob happy tears, and I will send snacks over to WA. I'll send Victorian snacks over to WA.
Hey, we got some like mean honey and stuff in Queensland. I'm happy to do a snack exchange. Like
snack exchange. Can we set up a COAGG snack exchange?
Oh
because
my God, yes.
I need some American snacks and UK snacks.
I've done one before with a follower that lives in the Netherlands. Oh my God.
Cool.
She sent me these biscuits that just tasted like Christmas. I've never been so happy in my life. And when they ran out, I swear I was going to cry over bickies. I was like, please send me more.
Makes sense.
Oh no, so snack exchanges are the best. I did not send her Vegemite, but like there's always round two.
Oh, totally. I went to Europe last year, and I took Vegemite for all of my friends, and they were so confident that they would like it. And I was like, you're not going to like it. I was gaslighting them. I'm like, you're not going to like it. And I taught them how to eat it. And some of them like, I loved it, between like this, like, I love it. I'm like,
I can tell. The body language says it all.
Yeah. The Germans just wanted to put it in food. They were just like, can I bake stuff with it? I'm like, yes. Yes, you can.
Probably tastes better, to be honest, when you do. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've actually had Vegemite on drumsticks, used as like a marinade before.
The saltiness would really be the OG there.
Yeah, random thing. I'm totally not Googling.
I know, it's going to bug you now. What about you, Shaye? What about for your week?
Yeah, what about your week?
Right, goodness. So, aside from masters, honestly, my silly little ADHD brain has opted out of perceiving time. So realistically, it's just going to be my usual streams. You know, Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday. I may or may not be past my hyper focus of the game I was playing, Mind Over Magic, because I may or may not have completed most of it. Oh, wow. It's fine. It was fun, and I needed that. So yeah, no, it's really just going to be my streams, playing some League of Legends. Vandal Tale dropped, but I'm not seeing fantastic reviews for it, so I'm sort of holding off. But if anyone's got any game suggestions, you know I'm here. Yeah, I don't know. I sort of wait until things catch my attention, because when I jump on stream to play something, I want to be genuinely enthused about it. I don't want to be like, yeah it's so great, and it's not. I think my followers would be able to tell. I'm pretty honest about things. So
it totally makes sense.
Yeah. So
sometimes we're like, when I hit a block with continuing games, I'm like, right, tonight we are playing, Fall Guys, or we're playing Fortnite. Like, you want those little bits and bobs where it's just like a little bit of fun, a bit of a brain break. And then next week or next stream, we'll go back to regular scheduled programming, because we just need a little break, because otherwise you hit a wall, and it's just like, it becomes a slog, and that's definitely not what streaming is. Streaming is one of the most fun things I've ever done, and I want it to continue to be fun. And the fact that I'm the captain of the ship, sometimes I get like a bit lost, and I can go and play Fall Guys. And you know what? People love the rage, because with me, the rage comes with Fall Guys, or with Story of Seasons, or with The Last of Us. So,
oh my goodness. But Doom, sorry, what's your week looking like?
Oh, well, I've actually been playing a lot of Minecraft with my students. So that's been a lot of fun. I'm trying to teach them how to use block code to program the agent inside Minecraft Education. Now, today specifically, the task was they were walking down this corridor, and they like did the tutorial with their little agent guy, and all they had to do was follow the instructions. It was very, very stepped out for them, but you know, it's kind of like when people build furniture and then they don't read the instructions, and then they get all the pieces and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Very, very similar experience. But yeah, they had to like maneuver their agent to go around corners, and then they had to get it to chop a tree down. And the students, they're trying to chop the tree down themselves. And I was like,
oh, goodness.
Can you not? And then, they changed it. They changed the setting, and they made it creative. And next minute, we've got kids that are wearing armor, and they've got pickaxes. I'm like, why do you have a pickaxe? Why do you have a creation table? What? That was not in your inventory.
It is now though, so here we are. You're like, okay.
So yes, I basically said to them, I said, look, we can learn about digital technology like this, or we can do it the boring way. So yeah, hopefully next week my little ones are a little bit more well behaved. But yes, other than that, I'm still in the uterus, guys. I'm still in the uterus.
Yeah. I was like, what? No, it makes sense. I remember.
Ultros, the psychedelic neon Metroidvania side-scroller game. Yeah, still, there's a bit of timey-wimey stuff going on. So I'm having to go back and do things. Anyway, it's fun. But yes, I haven't formed a full opinion on it yet. So stay tuned for that. You guys, next week we're going to have a guest. So very excited for that. We'll be announcing that over on our Twitter. If you wish to catch any of our additional content, either myself, Shaye, or Ellie's, our links are down below. Chat, you've been amazing this episode, and thank you to everyone who's either watching this back. If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment. We always reply. We love that. Unless you're a bot, then please go away. Also, our episodes are on all of your audio streaming services. So if you're more inclined for an audio podcast, please do check that out. But for now, stay safe, gamers, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.